Hi dears, today we are going to take The Lake Isle of Innisfree by William Butler Yeats. Today we are going to take the poem The Lake Isle of Innisfree by William Butler Yeats. W.B. Yeats, he was born on 1865 and he was an Irish poet and one of the foremost figures of 20th century literature. A pillar of the Irish literary establishment, he helped to found the Abbey Theatre and in his later years served two terms as a senator of the Irish Free State, and he was died on 1939. So, W.B. Yeats was an Irish poet and one of the foremost figures of 20th century literature. Now we can go through the poem. I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin built there of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee loved glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the wheels of the morning to where the cricket sings. There midnights all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evenings full of the linnet's wings. I will arise and go now, for always night and day I hear the lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore, while I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey. I hear it in the deep, hard score. Introduction to the poem. It is a musical poem which explores the poet's longing for the peace and tranquility of Innisfree, a place where he spent a lot of time as a boy. It is a very quiet place, and that is the reason the poet wants to go there. And he had also spent his childhood in this place. He has very sweet memories of that place. That is why he wanted to go back to the lake island of Innisfree. The Lake of Innisfree is a very beautiful poem written by William Butler Yeats. In this poem, we see that the poet wants to go to his own village, which is near the coast of Ireland. He is very much impatient and desperate to go near the nature and enjoy the beauty of it. Though he lives in a city, his heart always remains in the village. He doesn't like the noise, pollution, and everyday life of the city. So, in this poem, we can see the beautiful nature of a village that our poets like to live in. In the deep of his heart, he can hear the water lapping with low sounds. He wants to build a small cabin, a hive for the honey bee, and he wants to live alone in the bee loved glade. Our poet likes to live in the village. He don't like the city life. Now we can discuss with stanza by stanza. First stanza, I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin built there of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee loved glade. Here I refers to the poet William Yeats. The poet wants to go to Innisfree and build a small hut of clay and sticks where tree will grow 9 rows of beans for food. Also, he will get the honey from the honey bee hive. He says he will live alone in his free, in peace and tranquility. In the first stanza, the poet says that he likes to go to the place where he liked the most, that is the Innisfree, and he want to build a hut that is made of clay and sticks, and he like to get honey from the honeybee hive, and he wished to live a peace and tranquility life there. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the veils of the morning to where the cricket sings. There midnight's all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evenings full of the linnet's wings. In this stanza, the poet says that how will feel peace in Innisfree. He describes how the misty morning will bring peace to him. Further, he says that when the male cricket insect will sing a song, that sound will bring him at peace. In the afternoon, when the sunlight will give a purplish glow, it will also give him peace. During the evening, when he will see the linnet bird flying in the sky, then also he will feel peaceful. In this stanza, the poet describes how beautiful will be the nature when he will living in the Innisfree village. Now, the last stanza. I will arise and go now, for always night and day. I hear the lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. In this stanza, the poet says that now he will stand up and go to Innisfree because all the time the sound of the lake water striking the shore repeats in his mind. So, in this stanza, the poet is thinking of the beautiful sight of the lake waters that are striking the shore. He is always remembering the sound of that lake water. This sound attracts him towards the lake. Wherever he is, either standing on the roadway or on the grey colored pavements, he hears the sound deep in the innermost part of his heart. Now he is in the city, but also he is feeling the sound of the lake water that are striking on the shore. So he that means he is that much addicted to village life, and he think that he will be having most peaceful life when he will live in the village. Now I think all of you understand the poem. Thank you.